Leviticus 7, basically what my thoughts were is that we have to be holy. That is not something that is an option. That is something that God is actually commanding. It says that God is basically asking us to live according to his standards and his commands. That's what those two verses mean. Now, a lot of people want to live in politically correct, which I understand for some, but God didn't ask us to be politically correct. He asked us to be holy. And some of you may be saying, okay, what's holy? What does holy mean? So I looked up the definition because I want to give it to you. You know, I am with those definitions. So in the Bible, the word holy means to be separate or set apart. So if you're saying you're a follower of Christ and you believe in God and everything, you know, you believe his word, then that means you're chosen and you're to be set apart. In this verse, I'm going to go back to the verse, Leviticus 27:8. I am the Lord your God, so you must be faithful to me. You must be faithful to me. He's not talking about anybody else. He says you have to be faithful to him. You have to live by his standards, by his rules, not by your own rules. And I know that sometimes it's more of a convenience where some of us want to play our own game. We want to do it the way that we want to do it. And we want to be comfortable and we want to, you know, live in certain situations that we may know are not right. Yet, we still want to do them. Well, you, my friend, have to learn that if you're a follower of Christ, you're going to have to live a holy and separated life, right? Because God called you to be his chosen ones, to be separate. That means you can't do everything that everybody else does. If I'm the one that has to bring you the bad news and be the bad news bearer, that's what I have to do. You cannot live the same lifestyle that you lived before you accepted Christ. You also cannot point the finger and say, that person over there is doing what they want to do. I'm going to do what I want to do. Yeah, you can. But realize that there are going to be consequences. There's going to be consequences for your actions. So when I was reading this verse, I was just thinking about it. It just makes it so plain and clear to me that it looks like it's not an option, because it's not an option. It says you must be. So this is something that you have to do. You must be holy. That means you must live a life that is pleasing to God. You must do things according to his word. There's no way to cut corners with this one. There's no way to try to go around and, you know, in a different circle. It says you must always be careful to obey my laws. What's that mean? That whatever it is that God is asking and commanding us to do, then you have to make a choice. Either you're going to do what he asks you to do, or you're not going to do what he asks you to do. There's no gray line. There is no middle. There is no straddling the fence, as they say. You can't straddle the fence. Either you're hot or you're cold. Which one is it?